Morning.
Good morning, friends. I am Ujjwal Ghosh, and today's headlines are: Facebook owner Meta tells hardware staffer to prepare for cutbacks. Saudi Aramco become world most Saudi Aramco becomes most valuable stock as Apple drop. The world
वर्ड्स है तो कनेक्शन हम लोग करते जाएंगे.
the world the World Wide Web's creator want metaverse VR. RBI government likely to tighten policies to curb inflation. Sensex dropped 276 points to end day at 54,088. Nifty closed before 17,000. End of the road for the Apple iPod Touch. People changed with time. It didn't. Delivery IPO opens today. All you need to know. India's share of the metal stock rise amid gains to Asia. Tech first upskilling key to brighter future for India's youth. How India's expanding unicorn landscape has fired up in 2021 and 2022. Bitcoin fall below $30,000, lowest price July 2021. Sensex slips for third day in 240 points below at 54,230. Asian stock market lost 2 trillion in 4 months. More losses expected. Bharat Pay to overhaul governance framework, sack several employees. Proposed Canadian Act on news intermediaries like Google to big push to intermediaries like Google, a big push to Indian digital newsroom. Gay dating app Grindr to go public at 2.1 million value. Sensex jump over 173 point in early trade after 2-day decline turned choppy later. Novavax 2022 COVID vaccine deliver off to slow start share drop. LIC IPO. Why for the investor send India's biggest share sale. LIC IPO last day. Issue unsubscribed nearly 3 times, top 10 points. Decoding Twitter and Elon Musk's world Twitter X, Bill Gates and revenue plans. Rupees at all-time low, fall 60 paise to close at 77.50 against US dollar. Sensex crash over 350 to end at 54,471. Nifty closed over 17,000. IKEA to spend IKEA to spend 3 billion euros on stores at it adapts to e-commerce. Mega. Thank you.
मेगा LIC IPO ends today.
इंड्स नहीं एंड्स, सब लोग हमेशा गलती कर रहे हैं हम लोग। ये सभी लोग अक्सर गलती कर रहे हैं। मेरी आवाज पहले तक आ रही है? हम लोग ENDS को ENDS इंड्स कर रहे हैं। एक मिनट रुको, ये इस तरह नहीं है, INDS नहीं है, एंड्स एंड्स। क्लियर रहेगा? ठीक है। इट इज ओनली ओनली नहीं, ओनली। क्लियर? इट इज वीमेन नॉट वुमेन, वीमेन एंड्स। क्लियर रहेगा? ये सब बहुत सारा कॉमन मिस्टेक्स है जो अक्सर हम लोग करते चले आ रहे हैं, खास करके एंड्स के मामले में इंड्स हो जाए। क्लियर रहेगा? कंटिन्यू मत करो।
10 things to know on the basics of bidding. Rupees hits records low of 77.18 against US dollar as broad risk of strips Asia. Market continued to slump amid weak global equities. Sensex drives over 713 points in early trade. Salary slips, IT return acceptable as evidence to pay compensation. Bombay High Court. These banks increase interest rates after surprise RBI repo rate hike. That's all, sir.
Government documents. Some news from Patna.
Good morning, everyone.
थोड़ा दो।
Good morning, everyone. Today's news is several government documents guided in fire. Patna. Most of
एक मिनट, इस न्यूज़ को हमको और बेहतर आवाज से नेक्स्ट कल आग लगी थी।
Yes, sir.
शुक्रिया भगवान। Several government documents gutted in fire. Gutted.
Good morning, everyone. Today's news are several government documents gutted in fire. Most of the office record documents, furniture, and equipment on the 5th and 6th floors of the Vishwesvarya Bhavan were gutted in fire on Wednesday morning. Fire tenders struggled for several hours to douse the flames. No casualty was reported. The building on the Bailey Road is the state capital, has several state government offices, including that of the road construction and building construction departments. The fire broke out around 7:30 a.m. A sweeper noticed smoke billowing from the building's 5th floor and immediately informed the fire tender office. Patna DM Chandrasekhar Singh told TOI Times of India that the incident took place due to shortcut in the server room on the 5th floor of the building. Rural Works Department and State Planning Board offices are on the floor All the fire tenders of the district were mobilized and pressed into service. A fire tender was called from the Patna airport and one from NTPC as well. For high-rise building like this, only hydraulic fire tender is effective, so it took more time to douse the fire. Instead, the fire started on the eastern side of the sixth floor, which housed building construction department and road construction department. Around 60% offices on the fifth and sixth floors have been damaged in the fire. Fire spread also to a few places on the third and fourth floors of the building through electric wires and cables and false ceiling. 2 persons trapped in the building were rescued by the NDRF team with the help of hydraulic platform, Singh said. Shobha Athorkar, Director General DG of Home Guard and Fire Services, monitored the rescue work. She said, as per the preliminary investigation, short circuit could be the reason behind the fire, but things will be cleared in the next couple of days. Only after analysis, everything she said. However, the DG was quite too annoyed with the local police for illegally reaching late and failing to maintain the law and order situation at the place of incident. The ACS home has prepared the SOP for all the department in case of fire. We have followed the SOP and reached the spot on time. I am not going to do the law and order thing. My job is firefighting and my department has been doing it. Many people were gathered unnecessarily there, which could have led to untoward incident. The local police should keep public almost 200 meters away from the place of fire. The fire brigade staff had to work both clearly the crowd and firefighting. In such a situation, the risk of accidents increases, Athorkar told the media. Altogether, 16 teams from 6 fire stations and 15 fire tenders and 3 hydraulic platforms were pressed into service. NDRF and SDRF team also joined the operations.
Thank you.
Okay. Next person. Come. Next come. This one. Facebook owner Meta platform. Okay. Start from here. Okay. Loud and clear. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ramu Kumar. Facebook owner Meta Platforms Inc. is preparing cutbacks in its Reality Lab division, a unit at the center of the company's strategy to refocus on hardware product and the metaverse. A spokesperson confirmed to returns on Wednesday. Chief Technology Officer Andrew Bosworth to Reality Labs staff during a weekly question and answer session on Tuesday to expect the change to be announced within a week, according to a summary of his comments viewed by returns. The Meta spokesperson confirmed that Bosworth told staffers the division could not afford to do some project anymore and would have to postpone others without specifying which projects would be affected. She said Meta was not planning layoffs as part of the changes. The world's biggest social media company last month today investors that it would be cable back coast in 2022, following a drop in Facebook users early this year that caused the stock plunge. That's all. Thank you.
Respected sir, my dear friends, a very good morning to you all. Today's headlines are as follows.
News.
Today's news are as follows.
Today's news about engineering college.
Today's news about engineering colleges. Newly opened engineering colleges lessen migration of students. Each
Lesson.
district,
लेसन मतलब काम करना. Lesson.
each district has at least one engineering college. Patna, with the opening of large number of engineering colleges and polytechnics in recent years, there has been a marked improvement in the field of engineering education in the state. The newly created engineering university would further strengthen the prospect of technical education in Bihar. Even though the number of technical institutions in the state it must as compared to states like Tamil Nadu, efforts have been made to set up good engineering college institutions in the state. Today, there are 38 government engineering colleges with an admission capacity of 9,975 in the state. Now, every district has at least one engineering colleges in the state. This has helped in lessening the migration of aspiring engineers outside the state. Besides, there are 6 central technical institutions, including IIT, NIT, and IIIT, 2 government-aided institutions like B.I.T. Patna and Women's Institute of Technology at Darbhanga, and 17 private engineering colleges in the state. The state has also got a 11,211 and 70 private technical schools, altogether 70 state science and technology. Now the government is focusing on enhancing the quality of education in all the institutions and bring them at par with the premier institutes in the country. So that know about the education itself. Point out that this year is 4,000 engineering students from different institutions in the state have been offered lucrative jobs in campus placements. They have been recruited by the reputed organizations, including multinational companies, on an annual package of as high as rupees 30 lakhs. Efforts are being made to improve the quality of technical education and invite more and more companies for campus placements. A campus placement cell has already been created for the purpose, he said. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is some news of RBI. News about RBI.
Good morning, everyone.
Jose.
Good morning, everyone. I am Anand Gupta. Some news from RBI about RBI. RBI government likely to tighten policies to curb inflation.
Curb. C-U-R-B. Curb. What is the meaning of curb? The meaning? कम करना. Inflation बढ़ रहा है ना, महंगाई बढ़ रही है, तो उसमें RBI will come into action and will try to control the inflation. Inflation का मतलब महंगाई दर, ठीक है, तो कर्ब. Okay.
With thrilling
Right,
inflation,
CURB.
the biggest worry for the Indian economy at the moment. RBI may further tighten the money and the government may take supply side measures to shield people from price rise. 2 senior officials said inflation breaching the tolerance level concerns both the government and RBI, and they will not hesitate to take fiscal or monetary measures to tame inflation. Officials requesting anonymity. Official upper tolerance level of inflation measured by the CPI is 66%, which has been breached for the last 3 months. 6.01% in January, 6.07% in February, and 6.95% in March. The inflation rate in April is estimated to jump to an 18-month high of 7.5%, according to a Mint poll of 24 economists. A Bloomberg poll of economics accept the number of 7.43%. The official inflation data is scheduled to be released on Thursday. Officials aware of the developments in the union government, and the central bank said while the center has taken supply side measures such as reducing important duties on eligible oil and placing excise duty on automobile fuels, RBI has taken monetary measures to check inflationary pressure. One of them, who is involved in maintaining a balance between inflation and growth, said responses of the both fiscal and monetary policies must be measured, as an excise duty reduction would lead to more borrowing. He, however, said that inflation is rising mainly because of the external factors.
January,
January,
February, May,
May,
हिंदी में जनवरी, बट यहाँ पे यू हो जाएगा, यू क्लियर है? फेब्रुअरी, फेब्रुअरी, मई नहीं हो, एंड नहीं हो, ये सब करेक्शन कर लीजिए, कॉमन मिस्टेक्स है, करेक्शन ना हो।
The war in Ukraine, global supply chain disruptions, and zero COVID policy in China. The inflationary pressures that are hitting us are outside everyone's hand. In India, as 3/4 of CPI is at war risk, he said, adding that both of central government and the central bank are taking all necessary steps. The MPC of RBI held an unscheduled meeting on May 2 and 4 and announced a 14 basis point hike in
repo rate,
repo rate.
The rate at which RBI gives money to the banks. Clear? Reverse repo rate, commercial bank when RBI takes loan. Okay?
And a 50 basis point hike in cash reserve ratio, taking the respective value to 4.4% and 4.5%. 1 basis point is 100th of a percentage point. The hike, the first in 45 months, comes a month before RBI next scheduled meeting on June 6th, which will sequence demand by reducing the money supply to check inflation. According to experts, with inflation expected
Inflation
expected to experience a stronger than expected. Tailwinds monetary policy is likely to be tightened further. The benchmark rate is expected to be 20% in 4 quarter point moves during the period. According to the median estimate in the survey, the analysts see the rate further rising to 5.75% through December 2023, or 15 basis point higher than previously expected. A Bloomberg report said, summarizing the finding of its latest survey of economics.
Good morning, everyone. My name is.
Morning, everyone. My name is Ranjan. Today's news are state rank 4 in higher education. State rank 4 in higher education enrollment in 2020 to 2021. Thanks to the recent efforts of the State Education Department, Bihar has recorded a phenomenal rise in its gross enrollment ratio in 2020 to 2021. The state's GER has increased from 14.5% in 2020 to 19.3% in 2021, according to preliminary statistics revealed during the All India Higher Education Survey for 2020 to 2021. The final AISHE report for 2020 to 2021 is likely to be released soon by the Union Ministry of Higher Education. State Education Department sources said, with this quantum jump in GER, the state is likely to achieve the national average of 26.9% sooner than expected, said Bihar State Higher Education Council Vice Chairman Kameshwar Jha. The state has made it to the fourth top position next to Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu in terms of total enrollment during the year 2020 to 2021, with a total enrollment of 52.93 lakh. UP is at the top, followed by Maharashtra with 40.73 lakh and Tamil Nadu with 31.22 lakh students. Bihar figure stands at 23.55 lakh. As per the estimated GER during the period, Chandigarh has got maximum GER of 52% and Ladakh GER is lowest at 49%. Pointed out that Chief Minister Nitish Kumar had called upon the Education Department officials to take necessary steps for enhancing the state GER to 30% by 20.
What is GER?
GER, sir,
सबसे ऊपर लाइन में पढ़ा होगा तुमने
gross enrollment ratio.
ग्रॉस इनरोलमेंट रेशियो, ठीक है। अब जहां पे GER आएगा तो वहां पे तुम पढ़ोगे ग्रॉस इनरोलमेंट रेशियो, फुल फॉर्म, ठीक है।
But at the present growth, the target may be achieved even earlier, he said an increase of about 5% gross enrollment ratio in just 1 year is quite commendable, and it has made it possible due to the concerted efforts of all the stakeholders. Due to a campaign launched by the Education Department, more institutions of higher education participated in the survey. In the previous year, only 845 institutions from the state had participated in the survey, whereas as many as 1,043 colleges took part in the survey this time. Besides, a large number of new institutions, including nursing colleges, were opened during the period. Had there been no COVID-19 pandemic, the figure would have gone up higher, he said. He pointed out that now there is at least one that has been initiated to upgrade eligible plus 2 schools, intermediate college as degree colleges. Steps have also been initiated to avoid unnecessary delay in grant of affiliation to degree college which fulfill the required criteria. The number of seats in different constitutions and affiliated colleges in the state is also being increased on the demand made by institutions, duly recommended by the universities concerned. The Education Department would sanction the required number of seats as per needs in facilities available. And it is to take up the issue of distance education with the center, so that all the existing country centers of distance education functioning under different universities continue to function smoothly and impart higher education to the youth in this educationally backward area. The UGC would be approached to relax its recent condition of recognizing the Directorate of Distance Education (DDE) of only the universities which are NAAC accredited with A grade DCA. Thank you.
So my friend, good morning everyone, my name is good morning.
The need to take first up is upskilling get to bright future of Indian youth. It has been found as upskilling initiatives.
Relax. It has been found that upskilling initiatives have the potential to create 5.3 million new jobs. जोर से लेकिन धीरे ताकि सबको समझ में क्लियर एकदम रिलैक्स चलो.
It has been found that upskilling initiatives have the potential to create 5.3 million new jobs by 2030 globally. Investing in the youth of our country will help unlock future opportunities that can benefit India exponentially in the years to come. Upskilling the nation adults will help them purpose meaningful career. Stay relevant and ignite thinking amid with digital
skills, high competencies, compet, competency level and for excellence. Change markers could be the defining factor of economic worldwide in the years to come. Multiple multiple entities have tried to deliver continuous learning so professional can deliver the global stage. Some of the main issues that have been faced in the path of holistic training and learning to determine tools that can be easily used by a large group of people simultaneously presenting information that can be accessed easily and to for teaching to be clearly understood no matter what's on level of education. Technology may be the answer to all this issue.
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 Issue. Sure. Sure. Saw नहीं. Sure. ठीक है.
So on National Technology Day, it's
कहाँ पे?
is pertinent to examine the role technology in plugging the
Skills gap.
skills gap. Technology with its limitless version
टेक्नोलॉजी का कोई लिमिट नहीं. टेक्नोलॉजी का कोई लिमिट नहीं. ठीक है. तो वही लिमिटलेस.
tailored to benefit unique upskilling needs. Firstly, technology provides many options that can be tailored to suit the upskilling needs of skill specific and skill agnostic industries. These formats include live classes, video-based series, and long cohort-based courses. It can not only help in imparting digital skills, but also in training for important offline roles and responsibilities. It can also help build upskilling formats for new careers that are constantly involving and adding to their beneficiation. Definition. That's all. Thank you.
थोड़ा मजबूती लगाओ. ठीक है. प्रैक्टिस करना होगा. Broad reduced India's GDP by 2.5% over 20 years. United Nations before. United Nations.
Hello everyone, good morning. Trust,
My name is.
my name is Anjali Kumari. Trust,
थोड़ी आवाज और मजबूती लाओ अंजलि.
trust,
Broad.
trust,
Broad मतलब सूखा. पहले रिलैक्स. कोई हड़बड़ी नहीं है. कोई घबराहट नहीं है. सभी तुम्हारे बैच में बैठे हुए सामने. क्लियर? हमको देखो. क्लियर? क्यों घबरा रही हो? Broad reduced India's GDP.
by
Broad मतलब सूखा. उसने GDP को उठा दिया.
by 2 to 5% over 20-year unreported. New Delhi. The number and duration of drought as region 29% globally times 200 and the effect of severe droughts in estimated to have reduced India gross domestic product GDP by 5% over the 20 years from
1998 to 2017.
Said a new reporter from the United national convention to combat relation on Wednesday Day, will calling for multiply education, including then restoration,
including
including
मतलब शामिल करना.
then restoration to reduce the risk. The reporter said on the sidelines of the ongoing 5-15 session of the UNICEF conference at Abidjan, Court says that the drought represent percentage 15% of
Droughts represent
50% of natural
disasters.
globally, but took the
Largest
largest human tool of
approximately approximately. ठीक है, रिलैक्स, तुम चलो थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करो, ठीक है. चलो. लेकिन नेक्स्ट टाइम हमको इंप्रूवमेंट चाहिए अंजलि, ठीक है. मतलब अब तुम ग्रेजुएशन में हो, यू हैव टू टेक द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू डू इट प्रॉपर्ली. चलो. गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. अंशु, तुम्हारी आवाज पीछे तक नहीं जा रही है, और जोर से. रिलैक्स. पानी दे, एक और पानी पियो, एक और पानी पियो. हम सारे तरह का सपोर्ट देंगे बाबू, लेकिन यहाँ पर आके परफॉर्म तुमको ही करना है. क्लियर है? यहाँ हम तुम्हारे बदले नहीं पढ़ते, तुमको ही पढ़ना होगा. हम बॉटल लेके खड़े हैं, ये सपोर्ट कर सकते. क्लियर? मजबूती से.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Anshu Kumari, and today's headline is Bitcoin falls below $30,000, lowest since July 2021. Bitcoin slumped below 30,000 for the first time since July 2021 on Tuesday as cryptocurrencies tracked sinking markets pair with investors sparked by aggressive US monetary tightening and surging inflation. The world's largest cryptocurrency by market value fell as low as $29,764 in Tuesday before recovering above $30,000, extending a recent collapse in price as investors desert assets viewed as risky. Bitcoin's value has more than halved since a November surge that sent the token to a record of nearly $69,000. While crypto enthusiasts view Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation, an influx of more traditional investors tend to view it as a riskier asset. They have been offloading Bitcoin and other digital tokens along with other volatile assets like tech stocks as the US Federal Reserve moves to high interest rates to tackle decades high inflation. Bitcoin is breaking below some key technical levels as the never-ending sell-off unwinds. Street continues. Set market and Bitcoin as many who got in last year are now losing money on their investment, he added. While the token's long-term fundamentals have not changed in months, concerns about growth and a possible recession and creating a very difficult environment for crypto No one is looking at crypto differentiate at that level. Currencies are not faring better. The total market is valued at just over 1.5 trillion compared 3 trillion at its peak. According to data from the According to data from the CoinGecko website, which tracks over 13,000 crypto assets, the sectors whose are linked to investors heightened caution. Worried about the war in Ukraine, COVID lockdowns in China, and tighter monetary policy in the US, they are abandoning the stock markets, especially share in technology companies whose performance was boosted by the easy money policies and central banks during the pandemic and bets on long-term growth. The slump in crypto follows dives on US equities and other markets, with the tech-heavy Nasdaq sinking by more than 4% on Monday. Nasdaq according to the Kaiko analytics firm. But it is difficult to say which when of 30,000 twice in June and July before surging again to hit its a few months later in November. And despite less impressive in terms of price, some players in the sectors are seeking to comply with increasingly demanding authorities. One of the largest trading platforms, Binance, was granted approval to operate in finance from the Financial Markets Authority (AMF) in early May. Thank you.
रिलैक्स, कॉन्फिडेंट। शब्द का उच्चारण जोर से करना है, लेकिन स्लो पढ़ना। क्लियर? पानी दे।
Good morning, all of you. Today's news headline is Troops on Colombo streets to quell unrest. Colombo, Sri Lanka authorities deployed armed vehicles and troops in the streets of the capital on Wednesday, 2 days after pro-government mobs attacked peacefully protesters, triggering a wave of violence across the country. Security forces have been ordered to shoot those deemed to be participating in the violence as a sporadic acts of arson and vandalism continued despite a strict nationwide curfew that began Monday evening. In the past few days, 8 people have died and more than 200 have been injured in violent attacks. Armed trucks with soldiers riding on top rolled into some areas of Colombo. Defying the curfew, some protesters regrouped opposite President Gotabak's Rajapaksa office to continue demonstration that began over 3 weeks ago. Police announced over loudspeakers that it's illegal to stay in public places during the curfew. Videos posted online showed lines of military trucks moving out of the capital, along with soldiers riding on motorbikes and setting up checkpoints across the country amid fears that a political vacuum could pave the way for a military takeover. The defense military top official Kamal Gurnate denied a speculation of a military takeover at a news conference held with the country's army and navy chiefs. None of our officers has a desire to take over the government. It has never happened in our country and it is not easy to do it here, he said President Rajapaksa is a former top army officer and remains the country's official defense minister. Thank you.
Very good. Relax. Confident? Yes. पानी दे? ले लो. ले तुम ले लो. Fine. Full. चलो.
Good morning, everyone. I am Aman Chaudhary. Today's topic is Bihar pay to overhaul. Bharat pay to overhaul governance framework set with several employees. Indian payment startup Bharat Pay said on Tuesday its board had recommended several measures following a corporate governance review, including termination of several employees and vendors and filing criminal cases against them.
Sorry to interrupt. आप लोगों का परफॉर्मेंस आप कर रहे हैं बेहतर हो जाएगा। यहाँ पर जो बंदा परफॉर्म कर रहा है वो गलती करे, आप लोग हंसिए मत, समझो बात। तो सभी का परफॉर्मेंस बेहतर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि गलती को रेस्पेक्ट की नजर से देखिए, क्योंकि काम हो रहा है इसलिए गलती हो रही है। काम नहीं होता तो गलती भी नहीं होती। तो गलती को, मिस्टेक को रेस्पेक्ट की नजर से देखिए, उसको ह्यूमिलेट की नजर से मत देखिए। ये इंस्ट्रक्शन है। क्लियर? ठीक है, कंटिन्यू।
Filing criminal cases against them for misconduct. IPO hopeful Bharat Pay, which allows shop owners to make digital payment through QR code, had initiated a corporate governance review in January, hoping to
जनवरी नहीं होगा,
January.
स्पेलिंग देखो ना, यू यू जनवरी, PW जनवरी, यू जनवरी,
hoping to soothe investor worries over a public spat involving personal investment by one of its co-founders. The firm compete with apps software instance investor and media scrutiny after co-founder as need lower sought damages from Uday Kotak, head of Kotak Mahindra Bank, alleging that the bank declined him financing for a personal investment. In January, letters and reported that the audit would access it
रिलैक्स भी करना है तो कैमरे के सामने। ओके सर, एक मिनट, ठीक है। रिलैक्स भी करना है तो कैमरे के सामने। क्लियर? फील रिलैक्स, यूजर फ्रेंडली। देखो तुम ये वो, ठीक है, सब लोग देख रहे हैं। तो अब ऐसा पढ़ो कि तुम्हारा प्रोफाइल क्लियर। गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन, माय नेम इज Uber to hire 500 techies for India tech centers. ठीक है?
Good morning, everyone. I am Mukul, and today's article is Uber to hire 500 techies for India tech centers. Uber Technologies on Wednesday announced a fresh round of recruitment for its India tech centers, outlining plans to hire 500 more IT engineers by December. The app-based mobility and delivery company has a
my friend, listen, थोड़ा फास्ट हो रहा है, फास्ट हो रहा है, आवाज भी, लेकिन रीडिंग स्लो हो। On Wednesday, announced a fresh round of recruitment for India centers.
The app-based mobility and delivery company has a 1,000-member tech team across its center in Hyderabad and Bengaluru. In a statement, the company said the hiring plan underlines our commitment to India and its recognition of the engineering talent in the country. Under technology to hire more tech employees by December, it added. The aggregator platform hired 250 engineers to its Indian team in 2021. The company has been expanding teams at all its technology centers across the globe. In the US, Canada, Latin America, Amsterdam, and its twin centers in India. Earlier this week, Uber inaugurated a new floor at its Bengaluru Tech Center. That's all. Thank you.
चलिए, तो पहले से कुछ चीज बेहतर हुई है, लेकिन अभी एफिशिएंसी इफेक्टिव नहीं है, अभी लेवल को पहुंचना बाकी। क्लियर? 15 मिनट्स 3 स्लॉट्स आईने के सामने प्रैक्टिस कीजिए। क्लियर? थैंक यू।